And I'm like, dude, we got to try it once. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I've been wanting to go bungee jumping forever. And so he just looks me dead in the eyes and he's like, Dave, you don't get it. A broken rubber is what brought me into this world. I don't want one to be what takes me out.
You know what? Much like your cardboard cutout, that joke fell flat.
I actually see your joke, Dave, as an Orion's belt. 3 stars. That's it.
I like that.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
For somebody that's running on E. That was pretty good.
No, that's all I got. So I'm glad you liked it.
He's running on E. That's why he keeps touching himself.
Expect nothing else. I'm just soft and squishy.
That's what people on E say. I'm so soft.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why did everyone say yes? Like, how do you guys know? And who do you buy it from?
We're
You'll
seasoned.
be rubbing the desk, and it feels so good.
Why is everything from IKEA so smooth?
Well, hopefully the cops aren't here.
Oh.
Yeah, really.
Oh, yeah. Oh. See who made the last comment. What's up, everybody? It is Thursday night. It's 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and that can only mean we're here. We're live, and we're coming at you with some good news tonight. Well, good as a matter of perspective, but we're coming with you. We're coming at you with a lot of news. No, God, no. The cool geek news, not the family planning news.
Derailed. Not even 2 minutes in, I derailed.
Yeah, I know, right? That's the name of the game. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button. It helps us out a lot. If you're not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you didn't, go back and kielbasa slam that like button. I know I asked you once before, but just make sure you do it with style. And if you haven't, hit that notification bell so you can see when we go live with additional content.
Which we actually have.
We have, yeah. There was a really good discussion about Picard between Joe and Dave, so make sure you go and check that out. And
if you want to interact with us, drop a comment. And here's what you can do. You can drop a comment that will try to derail our conversation. Try to get us talking about something else. I know you all can do it.
It's not hard at all.
So fucking outlandish that we have to respond right then and there.
I'll help out with trying to get my laptop up.
This is so easy.
yeah, it's easy. It's the name of the game. And if you're watching us here live on YouTube, make sure you drop in that live chat and participate, because we love our fans, we love our audience, and we love making them part of the show. And we want to hear what you guys are thinking about some of these topics tonight. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Let's find out how everybody's doing tonight. Starting off with everybody's favorite chill reviewer, T-Man 978, except for that one guy that always leaves him one dislike.
I'm here too, so don't worry.
Unless it's
It's this guy right here.
Oh,
if it's a toy hunt, they might leave 5.
Oh.
I'm doing okay, actually. I'm not sleepy today. And I think I picked this up on Friday, I believe. I can't remember. And it's the one that Dave was talking about with the new wing placement and a tricep, which I said bicep, and everybody kept correcting me in my comments.
I think it's tricep.
I guess, shut up.
Go to the gym, T-Man. Come on.
Yeah, right?
You even lift?
I don't know why all my subscribers sound like that. Other than that, figure of the year, Johnny Cage.
So far.
Yeah. Figure of the year so far. Oh.
And Bond comes out.
I officially own this. As in I paid for it, but it's been at my house for almost. But
And Pake's like, I'm gonna go get one for $90.
I didn't realize somebody actually reviewed this like over a month ago because it just came out. But yeah, I like it. If you want to hear my thoughts, I did a review on it. But I think that's it for me.
Good deal. All right. Go with Dave. How the hell are you doing? I'm surprised that Matt's the tired one tonight.
Well, I mean, I'm just old today. Well, not today, tomorrow. So I'm enjoying the last fleeting moments of my being 40 right now. But aside from that, usual work's kicking my ass. We're getting ready for a big sale. That's reality. So I'm sure you guys are really interested in that stuff. But instead, I got these guys. And
dream fulfilled.
Dream fulfilled.
Here, let me embiggen you. There you go.
Please do. Lance is right.
I don't listen.
Everybody needs an Astrobot in their life. I have never had so much fun. I've got Figuarts. I've got Mafex. I've got Storm. I've got the only thing I don't have is a synthetic, something from 1,000 Toys. I've got Figmas. These things are still too much fun to pose. I mean,
what can you say specifically? What makes those so much better than the rest? I mean, just off the top of your head. Not
honestly, no, it's okay. It's like the balance. It's like that perfect balance. Not only with the plastic, with the joints are tight enough. Not loose enough to make you feel scary, but just tight enough to hold in position. The plastic is heavy enough to, completely mutz around with. You can bang it around, but it's light enough so when you have him do like a handstand pose, he holds it just fine. I mean, this is like the perfectly calibrated figure. The hands were. You remember the old KFC hands you used to be able to buy from Masterpiece Figures that would have the
of course
points? This is exactly what they were. This is what KFC was trying to do.
It's funny you should mention that. That's what they do on their gravestone. It's those sort of hands with the
right. This came out before that.
Oh, I know.
Phoenix has those Fan Toys Phoenix.
Yeah.
I did not put the electronics in there. I'm not going to bother with putting batteries in and forgetting about them and letting them corrode.
What are you trying to say?
That if you put batteries in something and you forget about them, they corrode.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's like fun fact.
Question for you, Dave. What color eyes does the Ava version have?
I didn't hear you say. I know I didn't put batteries in it.
Oh, I didn't hear you say. Okay, I got you.
I do like that Ava version a lot.
Well, this is the prototype, and it's very cool. I mean, I can almost justify getting the regular colored Apollo just to how this thing is. I haven't put them on Instagram yet. I put in a couple groups, but just because I could, I put them in wrestling poses, like the wrestlers' entrances, because I can, It is just a perfect figure. I know T-Man has the set. Matt, you should really get one of these. And this is like a great despot.
Matt had one, but
I can
now
visit it. I know where to visit it.
Yeah, now I've got it.
Okay, then Joe, you know what I'm talking about then.
Yeah, these things are awesome. Yeah, I love them.
This is so much fun to fidget with.
Just sitting there like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's a fucking toy, dude.
Well, part of it is the I mean, yes, it's very humanoid, obviously, but the design that they went with the robot lends itself well to the articulation and the way they use the joints.
Yeah,
because you can put it into, like, you can almost ball it up completely into a ball. You can put them into almost any single pose, and like you said, they balance extremely well. Well, Lance had it at TFCon, and he had it.
That's why I bought it. I tried.
He had it balancing on glasses.
I tried to steal his. Like, I actually lifted it and put it in my bag before him to know it. And if he hadn't caught me, it probably would have had. But anyway, this was definitely worth buying. I am very much hoping they make those female versions of these soon.
Yes.
I'm not sure if I'm going to get those weapon add-on packs because in some ways I think that kind of ruins the charm.
I'd like, instead of those packs, I'd like steel girders and stuff, like that sort of,
Oh, one of the most fun things. and I put it on the group. I gave this guy Peely's axe. It looks so good just holding stupid weapons.
Yeah, I've got a letter opener that I got from pre-ordering Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. I don't know
Oh,
if you guys-
yeah.
And I like giving him that sword.
Doesn't one of the Hulk figures come with steel girders and stuff you could probably use for him?
That SDCC one or the that Gray Hulk, which he's on my hit list right now.
Superman.
Yeah, if you bought that McFarlane Superman, you could take that dumb girder from him, and it would probably look at home with the Astrobots.
Or you could just
Yeah.
get a small erector set and build your own.
Did you
Well,
say
here-
small erection?
I've got these things here, Dave.
Erection is small.
I'm gonna make you small real quick. But I got these guys here. If you want little girders, remind me next time we do a meetup. I got a whole bunch of these things, and you could use these as steel beams.
Okay, so sometime next year.
All right, sorry to derail you there, Dave.
You didn't derail me. In fact, you were offering me rails. You were trying to re-rail me.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Whoa, let's not go there. That's not for this podcast.
But anyway, so yeah, that's all I got this week for these two guys, and honestly, that's all I need. I mean, I can trust my 7-year-old girl with messing with this guy because it's just that durable. So
Just be careful. The thumb will fall off if you're.
Oh, come on.
we popped thumbs off twice on this guy. She popped it off twice, and I put it back in, no problem. So
Daddy, you said I couldn't break it.
I mean,
Elon, the windows, they cracked.
but yeah, so that's what I got, and I'm very, very, very pleased.
Awesome.
All right. Let's see. Next on the list would be Joe. Joe, how the hell are you? And what'd you get?
I'm doing pretty damn good. Not quite as good as that Tesla stock, let me tell you, but I'm doing pretty good.
Did you have any Tesla stock?
I will say this. I've got some of that Tesla stock. And I'm pretty happy right now. Let's just put it that way.
See, Matt, he might get us birthday gifts.
No, I'm not selling. I'm keeping it long term. I'm in for the ride. It's going to be a long road.
Did you mean to misspell your own last name on your name there, your name tag?
Yes, because a crab is a creature
That's right.
that lives in the ocean, and a crab with two B's is me. So I went with the crab, the creature. See, I'm making a Wolf of Wall Street.
That's a good story.
I thought the extra B was for BYOB.
It could be.
Wait, hold on. I came in a little late. So wait, is it to be or not to be? That's the question.
It's 2B.
No, it's only 1B.
Yeah, I'm really putting that itch to kick you, Dave.
We're getting deep into philosophy now. Oh boy! But I don't have any hauls this week. I did not acquire anything new. I did get good news though, and my Figma Midoriya and my Figma Bakugo have finally shipped. Hopefully they don't come with any coronaviruses attached to it, but they are on their way across the ocean as we speak.
From Japan.
Bought some Lysol now.
And they're all the same, Matt.
Yeah, I actually talked to
Iron.
Robert D this morning. They had a
He's got
discussion. No, they had a discussion with Deluxe to ask if he was still sniffing toys.
But I did want to share something real quick. Since I don't have a haul, I do want to say that anyone new to the podcast or anyone that's been with us in the podcast that maybe has not heard us say this many, many times, we have a Teespring account, and we have some great selection of Figure Action branded shirts. And look at this, even a mug. You can have yourself a Figure Action mug for only $10.
So what you're saying is, Joe, that you don't have a haul this week, but you want our listeners to have hauls next week.
I do. I want to share. I want to provide hauls for everyone else.
And when you have them, tag us on your Instagram.
Yes, and look, we have women's cut tees, so you can buy one for your wife and or girlfriend, or maybe your mistress.
And definitely tag us on our Instagram for that. Wait, my wife.
Yes, definitely, definitely do that. It's getting a little cold outside. We got a nice little pullover hoodie here. So please check it out. Go to
Put something
Teespring.
warm in that mug.
Maybe we can provide a link. I know we never seem to be on point with our links, but maybe we can provide a link. But if you go to Teespring and just search Figure Action, all the shirts will pop right up.
What we ought to do is add it to our Facebook page as a pinned post. So anybody looking to buy our shirts can just head over to the Figure Action Facebook page and look for that pinned tweet. And our shirts are priced pretty good. I think mine was about $13, which that's not bad for a shirt. It helps our channel out. Helps keep us on
Costs
StreamYard.
less than an X-Men shirt at Saks Fifth Avenue.
Exactly.
It does.
I haven't priced those.
I went there
I don't know what
once.
that
It was the
means.
most ridiculous thing I ever saw in my life.
The most? Come on.
I mean, do you have mirrors in your house?
You've seen T in person, man. Are you saying it's the most?
The only thing I've ever seen that was more ridiculous than the price of an X-Men T-shirt at Saks Fifth Avenue is a guy with gold wing clips talking about buying a gold Megatron, a Lucky Draw Megatron. But I digress.
Oh God. All right. Moving on.
Had to be there. Had to have been there.
Matt, you look tired. Other than that, how are you? And did you get anything cool this week?
I didn't get a damn thing, and I am tired. I haven't been to Target in probably 2 weeks to go perusing around. Although, the truth be told, there's nothing I'm looking for at retail, so that works out. No, I've had a long week. I don't know what it is. Like my normal weeks, I have 9-hour days, and then I usually hit the gym for an hour afterwards. And I function just fine. But now this week, I have 10-hour days, no gym, because I'm at a training class. I'm doing a CompTIA Sec Plus. And I don't have any energy. I come home pretty dead. So I've not been keeping up with news. I've not hardly been in the chat because I try to keep my phone away because they're paying for this class. So I'm paying attention. I have nothing of value or interesting to add at this moment because I have nothing. I'll show you the Dr. Doom I got 2 weeks ago. So there's that.
But you're interesting.
I am. I'm not going to argue that.
How do you feel about Johnny Cage?
I think he looks like a Mortal Kombat type person. He wouldn't be the combatant I would buy, but he does look.
Who would be the combatant you would buy?
I guess if there was some kind of alternate katana with maybe a bikini suit.
So Mortal Kombat 2011 katana.
Yes, we could do that.
They were pretty naked.
That was before they got woke.
Yes, they woke and then we got sleepy.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Charles Barkley looking Shiva.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't help anybody. I don't think anybody benefits from that. Jordan, how the hell are you?
I'm like on this weird verge of being tired, but also I'm energetic because, as I mentioned, I'm transitioning into what should be a better job for me. Unfortunately, I'm not supposed to. I wasn't originally supposed to be on call this week, but a coworker, his mother unfortunately passed away on Sunday, so I'm covering his on call this week, which works because now for my birthday celebration next Saturday, my birthday isn't actually on Saturday, but for that I don't have to worry about having anybody cover me because we just move the schedule around.
Nice.
It's kind of is what it is sort of thing. But I'm looking forward to starting this new position. It's been a hellacious week. Early Tuesday, I was on a call from 3 a.m. to close to 5 a.m. And then Wednesday morning, I was on a call from 12:45 a.m. to 6:15, and then I had to get back online and work from noon to a little past 5. So yeah, it's been fun there. But we did buy a new refrigerator. That was fun.
That is so painfully adulting.
Yeah, that's no fun. What about the toys?
I mean, I'm still getting toys.
You got a fridge with a video thing on the outside, didn't you?
You did, didn't it? Does it show you? Does it show you a picture of your milk without opening it?
No.
No?
I know. You know, I got like a, it's not a basic refrigerator, but it's it's less frills. It's got the water maker inside, and it's got an ice tray. Like, I don't know if you guys saw our refrigerator when you were over, but it's like beat to shit, and
It looked pretty cool to me.
I see what you did there. No, it was not cool. It's like an old higher white refrigerator, and like the people that rented the place before I bought it beat it all to hell, and there was a nicer Samsung refrigerator in the kitchen. They took, and when I went to go close, they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, the renters are taking the refrigerator you saw in the kitchen, and they're moving the refrigerator that was in the basement upstairs." And I was like, "Well, at least I have a fridge." And then I didn't open up that refrigerator when I did walk through the house. And it had like broken shelves. It had no ice maker, no shelves whatsoever in the freezer. And I was just like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? But at least it's been a working refrigerator.
So you had to do old school ice trays?
Yeah, I had to go to Target and buy like the old school ice trays, and it's just been a hassle. And like our freezer is just not organized. Like you
poor thing.
Yeah, no, it fucking sucks, man. It fucking sucks because we want to buy food to meal prep, and then you can't organize your shit in the freezer, and everything comes in bags. So you buy meat.
That means you take one bag out, and then the other bag out, and then you grab the third thing that's underneath of it.
Yeah, are you living then if you don't have to do that? I don't understand.
It doesn't work.
We got this cool system where we open our freezer and like most of the shit falls out, and then you put it back. It's like it's delivering itself to you.
Yeah.
You get to pick what you need and then put the rest back.
That's what we do. It's like, honey, what do we feel like? What do you feel like for dinner tonight? Open the freezer. What falls in my hand, God has chosen.
I don't function that way.
You know, in Gremlins 2, when he sneaks Gizmo in and the drawer opens up by itself automatically, it's just like that. It's every bit as innovative.
But next time you guys visit, I will have a nice refrigerator with shelves, and I'll actually be able to pull drawers open and store things nicely.
Hello.
I like the fact though that his action figure was a higher priority to organize than his refrigerator.
It's the little things. Besides, we needed a new washing machine first. We needed a new dishwasher. Got that stuff. So.
I could make a joke, but your girlfriend would punch me in the face.
I think she'd punch you in the face anyway.
I knew you were going to say that.
Anyway, as for what I got this week, pretty light. Hey, Dave, I'll give you were right. This is the better Spider-Man, despite what Shartimus Prime said.
Hashtag Dave was right.
So this is the Spider Armor Mark. Is this the Mark III?
That's the Mark III real Dave. Oh God, that will be a shirt.
So this one, this one feels a lot more substantial than the Velocity Suit Spider-Man. The Velocity Suit Spider-Man just kind of feels really light, almost like one of the old Toy Biz Spider-Mans, in my opinion. Whereas this one feels like it's made of a much more solid plastic with clickier joints. Better range, as he said.
It's just much more Spider-Man-y.
Yeah, I just wish it had. My only complaint about this guy is I wish the cuts on the back, or I guess the front of his boots were a little bit higher to get him more toe tilt.
Mm-hmm.
And I also wish he had the butterfly joints. But other than that, he's pretty good. I like the effect he comes with because I've turned that into my Reveltech Woody's sploosh hand.
Oh God.
And
see, I actually made. Well, I'm miniaturized, but I made a spider web for my guy.
Oh, don't tell us how.
Yeah, please don't. Please don't.
No,
please.
No, we already can't get monetized. We don't want to get kicked off YouTube.
It's made out of twisty ties. Damn it! Every actual that comes in all my NECA figures.
Kevin, that was never a rule. That was a lie made up by T-Man.
What? Let's see.
He just made that up so he could have a corner on the market.
No, Kevin made that rule up.
Oh, he made that rule up?
Yeah.
So out of principle, I have to invite you, Winston, and T all at the same time.
If Winston stays for more than 10 minutes.
I don't know if he comes through and sees the collection, he might be like, honey, I got more important things. And then last but not least, I got my Storm Collectible smoke, cyber smoke to be specific.
Have you fully reformed and seen the light?
Dave was right.
God damn it. I do like this a lot. Of the 3 Cyber Ninjas, this is the best one. The paint on him is the sharpest. Now, I had QC issues with both Cyrax and Sector. I had to send both of them back to Amazon.
Nice.
But the second ones were fine. Actually, with Sector, I had to like Frankenstein them. I had to like take pieces from the best pieces from both of them to put together a good Sector, because like it had like the first one I had like a big paint chip, and then the second one I had the head wouldn't stay on, so I had to swap the head out, and yeah. But otherwise, they're good. They're no SH Figuarts, but as far as Mortal Kombat figures are concerned, they're very good. I like them, and I think that they're better than the McFarlane offerings. But the McFarlane offerings are great offerings for $20. I wish these were the same scale as the McFarlane ones, because it would be cool to mix and match.
It's probably the same scale as the Johnny Cage.
That's a good,
problem. No. Cage
other ones are
Cage is taller. The Amazing
The other ones
review.
are the same scale as Storm, but Johnny Cage is huge.
As I keep saying, that's McFarlane's biggest issue.
Inconsistency.
Inconsistent scale. That Johnny Cage is the same scale as the Harley, which is big, and that Harley is bigger than Superman. There's a problem with that.
Well, speaking of problems, I got a problem.
What's the problem?
My problem is that people are finding Earthrise at retail, and
Say it isn't so.
Yeah, and I haven't seen them, and yeah. So the deluxes and the leaders for Earthrise are showing up in stores. Our first little bit of news. This is on TFW, and these were found actually in I believe, if I'm not mistaken, in Sportimus's neck of the woods. So Tacoma, Washington, and they found just Wheeljack and oh boy, Ironworks here, but
I think Matt confirmed that was a target because he was, he had proper research and investigative journalism.
Time to dash to your local Target stores. Additionally, in Boise, Idaho, and I think this is actually like the first we've heard of this, because they had announced Optimus as a leader, but they didn't say if he had a wave mate, and it's interesting to see that Astro Train actually is the wave mate for Optimus. So anybody that's had some concerns about finding Siege Astro Train, rest assured he should be very, very easy to find.
And now he just wore for Cybertron Astro Train.
Yeah.
Watch the platform on that one lay flat.
So the Astro Train initially came out. Go ahead, T.
When Zero finds Earthrise, they're going to be street baited.
Yeah, more than likely. More than likely, though. I will probably be. As much as I like toy hunting, it's like Amazon has been like my rock lately. It's like I just pre-order off Amazon. I forget about them. They show up.
Not pre-orders.
No.
Yeah, they canceled a month later on a lot of things too.
Yeah, not with Studio Series. I should say that they're early with, but the larger Siege figures, I'm hoping the trend continues with Earthrise. They tend to get before brick and mortar.
Well, Studio Series, they try to ship those out faster than before the reviewers can say, "Oh, the plastic's crap." And people cancel the order. Right. Did I have some venom dripping from my there? Sorry.
Yeah. One day, just as I changed my mind on Storm collectibles, you'll get a Studio Series figure that you actually like.
So I haven't been keeping up. Astro Train was dual released. Is that right?
Yeah, that's
Siege and Earthrise.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So makes you wonder whether they're going to do that for anything else. That was a late release.
Omega Supreme.
I doubt it, but it would be cool to see Omega Supreme actually show up at brick and mortar stores. I know Hasbro is kind of struggling to sell some of the Star Wars stuff, and why
are they calling them Brick and Mortys?
Rick and Morty's?
No, Brick and Mortys.
Brick and Morty's? I don't know.
Okay, just curious.
Make it a thing. Start a hashtag.
I think that should be. I think.
All right, let me put it up.
And Kev, yeah, I'm to say, Kev, I am in on the Sub-Zero and the Raiden, by the way.
The only reason I haven't pre-ordered the Sub-Zero is especially after what happened with Sector. I'm curious what the Big Bad Toy Store version is going to be.
For Sub-Zero?
Probably the one with the frozen arms, but I want to make sure because dang it, I am regretting not getting that flamethrower.
I'm hoping that for Raiden, that he comes with a replica Mortal Kombat 1 arcade machine to replicate that one fatality.
Are they more expensive at BBTS?
Yeah, they're $5 more.
Oh, too much.
Well, the $5 more for the Cyrax with the helicopter head. Yeah, I said screw that. But that flamethrower, I pay $5 for that flamethrower. I want that flamethrower.
Did he have the flamethrower in Mortal Kombat 3? I don't know.
That was his fatality. That was his other fatality.
I still think like Cyrax is like accessory wise the weakest of the three. I was talking to Tim K about that earlier. I think he's the most popular one, but he just comes with the net and the bomb, and then the helicopter accessory is really nothing.
I agree. Cyrax or Tim K comes with the hat and the bomb and all that.
Now that would be funny if Tim came with that stuff.
He might.
Well, what else does Cyrax need?
I don't know, like some oil blood effects would be cool.
Yeah.
Which one was stranded in the desert?
That was Cyrax.
And that was Cyrax in the background in Mortal Kombat. What, Ultimate?
Yes, that was Cyrax.
Yeah. Maybe someone to come with the desert diorama while he's just like the hands.
I will say I was watching the D Amazing review of Sub-Zero, and he comes with another blood effect for the foot, which looks really good. So they're doing a good job with those effect pieces. And then
hey man, more companies seem to be catching on. Like that's what we want. Yeah. Someone's listening.
Exactly.
and listen, SH Art pointing at you.
Yeah. I just want to see like someone be bold enough to come out with an accessory pack, like with like the Mortal Kombat gore effects and some of the stuff like blood and weapons and maybe even like little diorama pieces. Like one of the things I was talking about with Tim today, I was like, it'd be cool if they came out with Kano and Sonya, and then they had the little podiums with chains. So for people making dioramas with Shao Kahn, they could complete that look.
Or exploded brains and viscera.
Yeah,
right. And those packs could cross sell to fucking anything, man. Like you don't have to collect Storm collectibles to buy their accessory packs. If they come out with blood packs like that, anybody that has any kind of fight scene would take advantage of that. All it takes is one company.
Yeah, NECA did that actually for a while with their alien figures, which I thought was pretty neat.
And the Predator too. So Roland Rage, he writes, 2 of my Storm collectibles disintegrated on the shelf. That really sucks. So which ones were those?
They were probably Cyber Ninjas. I mean, not Cyber Ninjas. They were probably Ninjas.
They were probably what, Dave?
They were probably those ninjas, those ninjas.
Or maybe I wonder if they were the early Street Fighter stuff, because the early Street Fighter stuff I did not have a good impression of. I know they've come a long way, but like the Ryu, mine had like the cup socket in the foot had started to crack, and the paint was rubbing off of the hand pieces, and
I still can't wait for that Terry Bogard. That looks amazing. From Storm.
Kevin says, Dave, I'm getting both frozen arms and normal versions. I must just have them. Kevin, that comes at no surprise. Come on, man.
Kevin, you have 5 pink Power Rangers.
NYCC Ryu. Yeah, our buddy Chuck had that Ryu, and it had the same foot problems mine had. But it's unfortunate that the Noob Saibot had that issue. So you're right. Dave was right. It was a classic Ninja.
Oh,
What's up,
hey, Sportimus.
Sportimus, what's going on, man? Sportimus, we were talking about your neck of the woods. Are you still in the Tacoma area? Because they have spotted Earthrise there. I'd be really curious if you've seen them your way. And, the ankles and shoulders cracked and fell apart. Oh, can we say that without getting further demonetized?
If I say that out loud, YouTube will actually send me a bill.
And now we have Sportimus ripping on Kevin. He has 5 Pink Rangers, 4 with broken arms.
Matt, how many figure action points does Sportimus get for that?
6.5. Good, well done.
Unfortunately, he has not yet seen Earthrise.
Go now, Sportimus. Run out to Target right now. Keep us on though. Keep listening to the show.
All right.
Maybe you can be our live reporter on the scene.
It's still daylight over there.
So actually, out in Chicago, or not Chicago. Why did I say Chicago? Out in Washington State, it should be 3 hours behind us. So 6:37. Anyway, we just got back from Target. Last week we talked about a company with a weirdly named obscure first release, and that company is Lemon Tree. I'm surprised no one has accidentally said Lemon Party. And they released
whatever's on your subconscious, man. That's all you.
You try and make a joke and you get called a pervert. Just because I have a Revoltech Woody with a splooge hand, Anyway. Lemon Tree showed off a render for, and it seems like this is like the new Motor Master, where every company is throwing their hand at it. Their Bumblebee movie Prime. I gotta say, this looks pretty good for a render. I mean, with it being a render, you don't know, how much paint there actually is, and so far this is all they got, and. They don't have any track record because they haven't released any figures yet, but at least we can see from this render that this thing actually does have an ab crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the proportions look pretty good. I would assume. You're just going to next it on that?
I can tell this Lemon Tree company is going to have a very distinctive foot and ankle or engineering because the purple potato had, I think, the same basic design.
Yeah. I kind of like seeing stuff that's unique to a company, kind of like a signature there.
Yeah. This is a different look. I mean, it's not. You can tell they're not going for outright screen accuracy.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't know why, but it almost reminds me of Striker Manus in a way.
It does. Yeah.
With those arms.
Yeah, the smokestacks, the profile of them. I think,
That's what it looked like in the movie, though. The smokestacks. I mean, the shoulders.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the rifle. I am not a fan of the rifle at all.
I don't mind it.
It looks G1-y.
Well,
Just more square, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
That's what the
G1-ish.
Studio Series gun looks like.
Yeah, I guess
Well,
so.
you know how Dave feels about Studio Series.
I do have the Studio Series Prime. I do actually. That's like one of the only Studio Series figures I like. Is
You
that
got to
Prime.
get yourself a Shockwave. I tell you what, Dave. If you get Shockwave and you don't like him, I will reimburse you.
Well, I mean, I passed on the Megatron. Why would I buy that mold again?
It's not the same mold. It just has the same hips and like part of the legs, but it's not the same mold.
Torso.
It's not the same torso. Similar
Yeah,
engineering, but it's not the same torso.
Because it has that rib cage.
Yeah. And it's also way more solid and way more filled in, and yeah, it's not.
Okay.
It is not the same. I mean, I'm not a big fan of I mean, some people don't like Wheelie and Brains. I'm not a big fan of the Paratrooper guy. I'm like, why is he here? But
Paratroopers. my one weakness.
All right.
He was important.
Right, for the one scene.
Is
He's
that the
that,
only pictures that they have of that guy, though?
Yeah, unfortunately, they only have just the one render. They don't have any pictures of.
Does he have a name? Like Purple Potato? He doesn't have he's not the
Yes.
Red Rocket or something?
He's Lemon Prime.
Oh, Lemon Prime.
Yeah, he is Lemon Prime.
Okay.
That's
So
that's just low hanging fruit.
It is.
all right.
Pledge.
So one more bit of Transformers news, and we're actually going to save talking about this towards the end of the show for discussion. But it's actually this is actually the most exciting news we got this week. So it came out from Paramount that there's, well, at least I don't know how I haven't seen like an official word from Paramount, but it's more of a reported rumor that there are actually 2 Transformers movies in development right now. One being a sequel to Bumblebee, and the other being a Beast Wars movie.
We don't know what that means.
Right, now we don't know what that means, but Michael Bay is not attached.
Yay!
So it's reported that that one script, and again, it's not known which one, whether it's the Bumblebee sequel or the Beast Wars movie. Actually, no. It seems to imply that the Beast Wars movie is being written by James Vanderbilt, not to be confused with James Vanderbeek, who's written for Independence Day Resurgence, which I actually didn't hate, Amazing Spider-Man, White House Down, Zodiac, and a few other movies. And then the Bumblebee sequel is being written by Joby Harold, who he's known for writing King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, which I don't think anybody saw.
Nope.
A Zack Snyder zombie Netflix movie, Army of the Dead.
Not helping here.
And producing, well, this is where it gets a little bit better, is producing John Wick 3 and Edge of Tomorrow, which is a criminally underrated movie. So,
Yes.
What if the Beast Wars movie is Bumblebee becomes a cheetah and Optimus becomes...
Well, it
giant
says we'll save this for the discussion, but it says Deadline reports that the Vanderbilt movie is based on Beast Wars, which robots transform into robotic animals like Cheetah, Optimus Primal, Rhinox, and more, and that Vanderbilt has been working on the film since April. And the other one, yeah. So Deadline actually reported this. Anyway, we'll shelve that for the end of the show.
That's a tease. It's a tease.
Well, we got to get through the rest of the news because we do have some cool stuff to cover. We'll get the one that's like kind of out of the way first. Lately we've been kind of seeing some franchises get dusted off. We had RoboCop 2014 figures not too long ago, out of nowhere. And here, this is I want to talk about this one because it's really, really obscure for Figma, and that is Figma is doing Starship Troopers.
I don't think this qualifies as a meh.
No.
This is actually really cool.
Yes, I agree. This is exciting. Someone out there is planning a Xenomorph versus Bug Shelf. I would hope.
Well, the scale's completely off.
Yeah, you can make it work.
Don't they have a Figma Xenomorph?
Yes,
They do.
and
The
Predator
bug
is
design
horrible.
was always cool. I always liked that from the movies. I always thought they were pretty neat looking. Something a little different than usual. But
know
I
what?
don't know how big they are, though,
This
right?
guy has a hole in him.
they both.
Oh, that's tight.
The scale is off, but it'd be kind of cool if I could get one of those and have that fight against those specific room figures I got suckered into buying a couple years ago.
I think the soldiers are just figurines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you got some I wonder. Now, Diaclone probably wouldn't work, but if you got some GI Joes, that might look like pretty cool.
And like I said, the scale is it's gorgeous, but yeah, scale's off.
Or those Fortnite 4-inch figures.
Yeah, that could work too.
Ooh, man, those just caught my eye, man.
Do
do not
these
need.
come with a small scale Neil Patrick Harris?
Mm.
They should.
You could pretend one of those guys.
I'm thinking
I would.
damaged. Like I didn't see anything showing any kind of like damaged limbs or anything like that. But
If it didn't have a Michael
Yeah, and
Ironside, I don't care. That it lost me.
Would you like to know more?
Sure, tell us more.
No,
Well, they're posable.
That was a thing from the movie. With these guys?
Yes.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I think that they might be figurines. They
No,
look
go to the
like-
next. Go to the next
they
picture.
might have. They might be like.
Look, they're
Yeah,
arms.
they're like
No.
5.
That's the
They're
one.
like 5
that's the-
POA.
Yeah, like that's the one guy, but like, there's no way it's 5 POA because if you look here, like maybe the arms move.
Yeah, they got it. They hold their guns.
looks like they're-
and they can flail like their lifeless corpses can flail.
Yeah, I'm
No, I
thinking.
think it's 2 separate guys.
Yeah.
It's 2
Yeah,
sets.
it's 2 separate
One-
guys.
One's holding the guns and one's getting killed.
No, then that would be 4 guys because if there's distinctly the green
Yeah.
guy and the beige guy
2 sets
holding their
of guys.
guns.
Look,
there's
go
another
back to
pic-
that. Go back
Yeah.
to that one picture where you showed them side by side. I think you can even see the shoulder joint.
Let's see, the one with the prototype, right?
Yeah, look,
Yeah.
you have a-
No, the one where he's the other. Go over one more the other way.
This one.
Yeah. See, look at his shoulder. Is that not the shoulder joint there?
I know, but they're in the same exact pose. Like, look at the foot. Look at the positionings of everything. They look like little
Okay, I see what
Warhammer
you're saying.
miniatures. Yeah.
Okay, so you're not going to get this green dude. That's just showing it as a prototype. You're gonna
Yes.
you're gonna get one dude that looks like this, and with the hole in him, and one dude that's holding the gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pass.
But then again, they show. Well, maybe it's 3 because they have this guy here with the face, right?
Yeah.
And then they've got this guy here with the face plate. You see the guy with the face here. So maybe it's 3 figurines.
Well,
You
the
don't
thing is,
see
like,
the size?
the whole thing is like going for like $95 before shipping.
Ouch.
Okay, standing pose miniature figure comes with both a Johnny Rico head part and a generic soldier head part. So that's
Okay.
yeah. Injured pose miniature figure can be displayed with Aura Bug, recreate its combat.
I never watched the movie ever, so my cares are like
You haven't seen Starship Troopers?
no.
Dude, that is like the second greatest guy movie next to RoboCop, except it's directed by the same guy who directed RoboCop. It's got the 3 important B's. It's got big bugs, it's got boobs, and it's got bangs, explosions.
That's 4
Right.
B's.
It's also got a very derpy Denise Richards flying a spaceship, going like, "Hey, Charlie Sheen hasn't ruined my life yet." Yeah.
And it's got that nice 90s flair with the nudity because it really doesn't matter and it's just very nonchalant. Here's a shower scene kind of thing.
Yeah,
that they used to really do a lot in the 90s, but then
Right.
they all woke and shit. Now they don't do that
Well,
anymore.
Back then, they're like, "Look, we're progressive. We're going to show you titties," but it's because they have co-ed showers.
That's
true.
See, that
Yes.
they could do that today.
They
Mhm.
could.
What was the name of the chick that played the main character? Not Denise Richards, the other female.
Oh, I don't
She's-
think she had a career after that, so
yeah,
no
she's
one.
shown up here and there.
Has she?
I've seen her since. Yeah.
What I remember
all
is that
quality breasts though.
Yes,
Ru-
top
Ru-
shelf.
Rue McClanahan, who played Blanche on The Golden Girls, that was like her last movie ever. She played like the teacher.
Dina
Oh, I
Meyer.
don't remember.
I don't remember that.
Remember that? Yeah,
Why do you always go back to the Golden Girls?
he's got a thing.
He
I love The
does.
Golden Girls.
I think the last movie I saw with random boobs was Freddy versus Jason, where he was like, "This bitch is dead on her feet," and then he showed her really quick.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah, that was Blanche from The Golden Girls.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I never would've-
Wow,
yeah.
I would not have guessed
No,
that.
nope.
That
Well,
looks
see,
like
these are the
what's
kind of things you learn when you're in the Golden Girls fan club.
That looks like what's her name from The Matrix.
Thank you for being a friend.
She wasn't horny in this movie, I guess.
She always is.
That's just because I wasn't on the scene.
They're afraid.
All right. So It's funny. We were talking. I believe either last week or the week before. When are we going to get an articulated Spawn figure
With boobs. Oh no, wait, that was.
with articulated boobs?
That's the Figma.
I have that figure here.
Surprisingly, McFarlane has answered that question, but he's not giving it to us in a Spawn line. I'd ask if you guys care to guess, but we talked about it in our Facebook chat earlier, and here you go with Mortal Kombat Spawn.
Before he's even in the game.
Before he's even in the game. It'd be great if it came with a voucher for the game for people that don't have
Oh god, that would be awesome and suck at the same time.
Well,
imagine if that was the only way you could get the DLC. How
Amiibo.
bad would
That'd
the
be pretty
scalpers?
shitty.
How
It would
bad
be
would the
shitty.
scalpers be for that?
They'd be awful. But I mean, for people that have the Fighters Pass, I mean, whatever. I think this would be cool if like they came with like a coupon for people that
Still
don't have.
Still haven't played as Joker yet.
I haven't either. I haven't had time, but I have. I did go on my PlayStation app and forced the download. So,
Mhm.
but I'm looking forward to that. But
If he came with a code, it would be better than Amiibo because he's a full-on action figure.
yeah,
What I like is that's the it's like the slightly updated Spawn with the it's not like the when he first came out in the comics, he's got the asymmetric feet armor on there.
he does have asymmetric armor.
Yeah, that was going to say that's an interesting design choice there.
That happened in about issue 20, I want to say, issue 25. That happened when he first upgraded.
I mean, did he like wash those gauntlets or whatever separately, and like one shrank and the other one didn't, or did
No,
Mrs. Spawn not use the right detergent,
The costume's alive, so it had a growth spurt essentially.
or did he get stung by a bee?
No, he saw an episode of Waynehead and he was inspired.
I wonder how that ankle works on the Bigfoot.
It looks to me like it's probably like you can probably like pivot the foot, the toe in there. Because if you look here, it looks like it's a little bit hollow right there.
If that doesn't have a boot cut, we're screwed.
It probably doesn't have a boot cut.
We're
We're
screwed.
screwed.
It
So
might
you still
have
have,
1, 2, 3, 4 boot cuts. What if
It's
each one of
not
those
universal,
rings rotates around?
No, they wouldn't be that cool. It's McFarlane.
Well, he just doesn't want him to kiss his own butt, but he didn't say anything about being able to spin his foot 360 degrees.
Yeah, they all have like ball joints and ankles usually. Johnny Cage's is really tight, unlike Fortnite.
So
Johnny Cage.
This is going to be like the greatest Spawn figure, but still probably disappoint everybody because it's still McFarlane.
I mean, I'm in for it though. I mean,
Oh,
on
I'm
the one
buying it.
hand, it's probably going to be the worst Mortal Kombat figure out of the McFarlane line, but on the other hand, it's probably going to be the best Spawn figure in 20 years.
Yeah, 'cause
Exactly.
all of them are statues.
And every photographer is going to break out their rooftop diorama and have him brooding of it, or putting him in the back of an alley and have him brooding in it.
I say the best Spawn figure that I ever owned was the one with the expanding cape. It had like a gimmick, like a spring-loaded cape gimmick.
He did make one that was semi-articulated, which goes insane on the third-party market right now. But I still keep saying that Revoltech should make a Spawn.
Oh, absolutely. The way they do capes, like it would actually work.
Oh yeah, that would lend itself perfectly to Spawn.
Excuse me.
But as I said, I'll be getting it. Oh yeah, and I'll be bitching all the way home with it.
Yeah, here we go. I'm trying to find it here. It's a
I mean,
lot
if
of figures.
you had told me 5 years ago that I would own 2 McFarlane figures, I'd be laughing at you. So
Well, me too. I have like 9 of them now.
Here we go. I found it on some site. This was... come on, load. It was Spawn 3.
Creatively titled.
Yes, creatively titled. Oh, interestingly enough, it's on the McFarlane website. Share here. Yeah, this is the one I used to have. He had a really badass axe and like these thick plastic chains.
Actually, you know what? Who is it? Grail mentioned about McFarlane needing soft goods. Could you imagine a Mezco spawn? That would be utterly insane.
And Mezco, they would knock it out of the park.
A Mezco spawn with, I mean, they made freaking Moon Knight look amazing. So if they can if they did that kind of love to spawn, that would probably get me to crack.
I want that Moon Knight with the black and white. See, I wish I would have ordered that.
You've probably never read a comic with Moon Knight ever, which, let me tell you, you're not missing much. You're not missing much. But
I didn't know about him until the Marvel Legends came out.
Let me see if I can find it.
Speaking of Marvel Legends, got a couple of pre-orders up for Marvel Legends. One we were talking about earlier in the chat. One another I wasn't aware of until today, and that would be Cosmic Ghost Rider and Squirrel Girl, part of the Ride series.
Those
that is
squirrels are humongous. You got some big squirrels.
Well, I mean, Squirrel Girl's supposed to be small, but I don't think she's supposed to be that small.
Not to derail, but this is this Moon Knight. Have you read this one, Dave? It's from what's it called? From the Dead. I really like this.
Well, that one was probably written by Warren Ellis.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
Warren Ellis can take a character, do something awesome, and it will never be done again.
So that's one I recommend. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Warren Ellis is awesome. I need that Cosmic Ghost Rider.
So, Dave, I'm not familiar with Cosmic Ghost Rider. Is this like something from like one of the Cosmic storylines, or is he like a 2099 character?
Further than that, actually.
Oh.
He they gave Thanos a miniseries, and basically Thanos towards the end of time has the Cosmic Ghost Rider as his minion, and sent him back in time to bring Thanos from the present up there. And he is the Ghost Rider, imbued with the power cosmic, because he was also Galactus's herald.
Hmm.
And it's Frank Castle.
Okay.
So
You know who he looked like? He looks like
Oil Slick.
Yes, Oil Slick.
Yeah.
And I heard that this one came out after Oil Slick, so I wonder, that's a huge coincidence? And Oil Slick turns into a motorcycle.
Oh, I know. I'm looking at I got my Oil Slick figure, but
With chains.
he's got it. First of all, in the Thanos series, he was really cool, and then he gave him his first miniseries was really well done. He's almost as insane as Deadpool.
Hmm.
He was a little bit in the Guardians of the Galaxy, and this figure looks absolutely awesome. One of the neat things was in there, if you look at the motorcycle itself, there's like lightning inside that pod in the front, and that lightning is a solid effect. So when you buy the bike, those spheres are two halves, and the lightning ball. Mm-hmm. You have to put the lightning ball together and then put that in there, so it has a great 3D effect in there.
If only you had a little LED in there, that'd be.
A lot of people are going to do that.
A lot of people will do that, absolutely. And he's got the guns have blast effects. The bike itself has weapon storage, so you can put the guns on the bike.
Yeah, those flame effects are really cool.
That is a near perfect figure. That one, I think, is going to be well worth the $45, $50 price tag.
I thought they were supposed to be $40.
The retail is $40. Good luck finding for that.
GameStop won't be selling it.
Kevin said that Squirrel Girl's been showing up at GameStops as of today.
GameStop, Squirrel Girl, I haven't heard a solid good thing about that figure.
Yeah.
Has she been reviewed?
The tail is back heavy, so she doesn't really stand.
Hmm.
And it's the same bike that was used for the moped that came with Deadpool. So
that does look really good. Now I see the whole Frank Castle influence in there.
the helmet comes off. I mean, it just
Yeah.
looks spectacular. It looks awesome.
She has digital face print.
I mean, if you're gonna pose her at the moped, I mean, I think she looks pretty good. I mean, like those squirrels still look gigantic. They've been,
eating mushrooms.
yeah, they've been doing something. I mean, that squirrel kind of looks a little bit more natural, but I mean, still, like a squirrel is normally as like big as a shoe, and that thing's like that's like a Baltimore City rat masquerading as a squirrel. She's like, hey guys, like that looks pretty good right there.
Mm,
And she never comes off the bike.
yeah.
Yeah, or if she's like sitting on the bike, like.
Sportimus said that's where Squeaks ended up.
All the squeaks they couldn't sell. Like, why does my Squirrel Girl bikes transform?
Squeaks didn't even transform in the movie.
No, he didn't.
All right, most of the things didn't transform in those movies except Optimus Prime and Bumblebee.
No, just in the last night, they didn't really transform at all. Actually, in Age of Extinction, in Age of Extinction, they did transform, but it wasn't like real transformations for like what you saw on screen. So yeah, I guess you're right.
Only Bumblebee.
Yeah. And then, yeah.
Oh, Grimlock. I expected a giant car.
Yeah. All right. So, out of Marvel Legends news, let's go into something a little bit different here. So, I know we've all dabbled in Gundam Universe a little bit here. Bluefin has announced this summer we're getting a Wave 3 of Gundam Universe. And this is actually pretty exciting for me because we're getting an Endless Waltz Wing Zero custom. Then we're getting the RX-79 that was in 08th MS team. Then we are getting my favorite mobile suit design, which is the Extra Zero EZ8.
I feel like we're all obligated to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or obligated to tell him what stores.
Yeah, basically. But
Are you waiting for Barnes & Noble discount?
Probably so, but like so right now I just have an RX-78 too, and I have the wing, the regular Wing Gundam. I've been hoping that they come out with a Wing Zero and hopefully somehow shoehorn a transformation into it.
Not in that line.
Yeah, not in that line, but oh god, the EZ8 here looks incredible.
I still need to watch Unicorn.
That's not Unicorn. That's 08th MS team.
Oh.
I've only got 78 and I quit right there.
Actually, I think this guy is from. That's not from 08th MS team. The RX-79 is. Maybe I'm mistaken.
I thought that big boy was from Unicorn.
Which one? This one?
No,
This one.
that one.
No, that's 08th MS team.
Okay.
Overwatch. Have we heard official news that Overwatch from Hasbro was canceled?
We haven't heard official news yet. Oh, this is from Gundam Seed. That's the GAT X105. The RX-79 was the EZ8 was built from an RX-79, and when I was first looking at thumbnails, that looked like the RX-79. So I'm in for two of these three. But no, that's an interesting thing, T. I haven't heard anything else about Overwatch from Hasbro, and you'd think that they would have.
It was like 2 waves, and then somebody told me that they were canceled or whatever.
Yeah.
There are 2 waves and
shocked.
a bunch of side packs.
They're like $5 everywhere. I heard they're $5 at Walmart, and the 2 packs are $9.
Yeah, it's kind of like the perfect storm. I mean, like consumers aren't happy with Blizzard. Blizzard's been flubbing up, and I think that the releases they had for Overwatch. I mean, Yeah, they did Reaper, but they did a Reaper costume that nobody really wanted. Then they did like color variants of like Genji and Diva, and again, people just kind of like wanted the the regular versions of those characters. And they should have done something more along the lines of like Bastion or I don't know, like
It didn't help that Figma was launching their stuff right at the same time,
yeah.
and there were
They're still regular price on Hasbro Pulse.
and
Oh,
they
of
were
course.
and Figma was giving us giving us the figures that a lot of the figures we wanted. I mean, I will say from Overwatch, the Tracer figure was pretty much the best.
Yeah. And I mean, the other thing about Figma is they're giving the costumes that people want. Like, people want classic Genji. People want, a more normal diva. They want the regular diva, regardless of whether or not they're going to get Mika or not. DX9 made a Bastion that scaled with the Figma stuff.
Hasbro Pulse has Nemesis Prime on their website and those reaction figures.
Yeah, the Nemesis Prime though, it's like it's way more expensive than Amazon Japan.
$255.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in Amazon Japan, he dropped down to like 170 something.
Which Nemesis Prime? What mold?
MP44.
Oh.
Yeah.
Except he's MP49 for some crazy reason.
Yeah, I still don't understand that. They should have just made him MP44B.
Right.
The B stands for badass.
It does.
No, they did that on purpose because there's some completionists out there that has to have every number chart.
I knew you were going to say that.
Because he knew you were going to collect that.
So let's see. The shipped price is 27.58 yen. Let's check yen to US dollar right now. It's up to 92 cents. I missed when it was 89 cents. And on Amazon Japan, he is 190.37. So you're saving $60 on Amazon Japan. All right.
Or you could buy a complete Power Baser for like even less.
You could, but if you already own Power Baser, then what do you do?
Send it to me.
No. Get your own Power Baser.
150 would be a great price.
I agree, especially since he's going to have way less accessories.
Well, you get to tell us when you get him. Does he have knee problems?
I will definitely let you know. So we're going to get into our last bit of news before discussion, and this one's actually exciting. Sideshow Collectibles dropped a big bombshell. I mean, I think the general consensus is no matter how you feel about Star Wars in current year, I think everybody seems to love The Mandalorian. Everybody loves the child character, or as people like to call him, Baby Yoda.
I would like to see the baby.
Can anyone
show me the baby? No, no one can.
Only he can do it that way. No one can ever mimic that.
So,
God, that looks so good.
Yeah.
This is not articulated though, is it?
I
this
think
is
it
like
is.
Is it?
Because if you look here, I mean, it could very well be a statue. It says figure. It doesn't say figurine.
You think it's a static statue?
Of course,
it even comes with a piece of the Razor Crest. Like that.
Yeah.
That's marketable. It says one 10,000th piece of the Razor Crest. Collect the whole set.
It's the ultimate Build-A-Figure.
Right? Yeah. With every life-size character from The Mandalorian, you get one more tiny piece, and you can recreate it like in Episode 2 when he had to build it from scratch, almost.
Have you seen Articulated yet?
So
no, I'm not getting it.
Look at those eyes.
Cute. He's cute. I'll enjoy him on the show.
And wait, hold on. And still less than MP44.
Yeah, it is still less than MP44. I mean, they give you an idea how big it is. Yeah, it says it's a life-size figure, but it doesn't mention any articulation.
I wouldn't count on it.
I wouldn't either. I mean,
I
as far
paid
as
less than that for MP44.
yeah, no, I do
That
like the
was
fact that Sideshow has payment plans. You know,
Actually,
if you want,
costs the same as the Soul of Chigoku and Voltron.
yeah, that it does.
Would rather have Voltron.
more, actually.
Yeah.
Depending on when you buy it.
But you know, I'm going. I'm just. Not that I'm justifying this thing because my wife would kill me if this showed up.
Until she sees it. Well, we don't know if she likes the show.
No, Meg did watch it. As said, as just exactly how Zero said.
Yeah.
Whether you like or hate Star Wars, that's why The Mandalorian is probably the most universally acclaimed Star Wars in the last 20 years.
Aside from the child, I think it's the character building. To be honest with you,
Oh yeah,
you know, I think it's that they give you something that looks cool, and that everybody liked the allure of Boba Fett, but they took the Mandalorian. They for a character that cannot emote because of his helmet, they somehow made him emote.
I mean, they've had Jordy doing it for years, right? Now he had a little bit more of his face exposed,
yeah,
but
I mean,
it's
yeah,
still
he did.
tough. I mean, without the eyes, he had to learn, right? So,
But
but don't take his
inflection.
word for it. Where the
Yeah.
fuck is my face?
So real quick, Grail, they have not announced MP50 yet, but I would expect an announcement soon. As
that's going to be a secret.
It's probably going to be Starscream, and I think everybody's going to be pissed off.
They're going to be happy and they're going to buy it. Actually, no. Everybody's turned on Takara.
Sportimus, I would love it if it was Wheelie. I would just that would make me so happy if it was Wheelie.
And if he had diecast.
Yeah, if he had diecast, and then he had like the thing from the one episode where Wheelie gets drunk.
You know, it will probably be Wheelie and a Sharkticon together for $200.
That would be awesome. I mean, though, I wouldn't want that to be a 2-pack because I think if you're gonna do Sharkticons, you at least had to get like 3 of them.
That's how they get.
Nobody needs 3
Wheelies.
Nobody needs 3 wheels. Unless you're Kevin. Anyway, I mean, this thing looks cool here. I mean, it's not for me. I'm more excited about getting the Black Series one. I've got that on pre-order. And as much as I do like Star Wars, I think the helmets are enough for me. I'd like to get a few more lightsabers, but you know, I just I don't know. I think that if this was like confirmed to be like like that life-size baby Groot that they had, I think that it would be a little bit more tempting, and especially like with the.
You will.
What's that?
Own this, you will.
Imagine if it came with the ability to close its eyes and raise one hand.
Yeah, like if you could get some, or like the smile effect, like if he was built like a Jim Henson creation puppet, so you could get to everything that you were supposed to be able to do with that Hasbro Cookie Monster, you could do here.
Yeah. Look, and they made this, but Hasbro couldn't make Cookie Monster.
Mm-hmm.
If Hasbro had put, oh my god, yeah.
Actually, if it was Rodimus Prime 2.0 for MP50, to get back to that, the hashtag derail figure action, I think a lot of people would be happy. I think a ton of people would be happy if it was Rodimus Prime 2.0, or if it was Galvatron.
They'd be happy at first, and then they'd nitpick it to fucking death.
Look at his back.
Yeah, I'm starting to hate logging on to the internet.
That's what I say to like Deluxe all the time now. I'm like, are you just be happy talking what you talk about. If you go places and people are like bullshitting about it, just
No, I will say this: if it's Masterpiece Rodimus Prime and it's $500 or $450 again, then I'm gonna just write it off. To be honest,
What would be the ultimate disappointment for MP50?
Trailbreaker.
no,
not Trailbreaker. Hoist.
yeah, Hoist is really pretty bad.
I hate it. I never liked Hoist.
And Grail 640 says Ultra Magnus 2.0. I predict an Ultra Magnus 2.0
Yeah,
because
I think they'll get there.
I think that they're going to do it as a like a toy version with the MP44 body and snap-on armor, so they can get all the people that wanted the parts forming Ultra Magnus, and then have an Ultra Magnus with more articulation.
That would be a lot of work.
Not really.
I liked
to
him. I
transform
like
Optimus
MP.
and then put the armor on. Holy crap!
But I mean, you think about it, like they did it for Planet X, did it for their Fall of Cybertron Ultra Magnus. I mean, they took the Apollo, which was their Fall of Cybertron Optimus, and just put little.
Does that Optimus have as many steps as MP44?
Not as many, but it's still a pretty complex transformer.
I liked Masterpiece Ultra Magnus though.
I do too. I like that I love that he was an all-in-one transformer because everything else is parts former.
I know one thing: if they do that snap-on armor, they're going to have to drastically improve their paint.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'll be able to exchange that one time before that paint chips off.
Yeah.
And then you'll have to leave the armor on to cover it up.
How was I never bought exhaust. How was the paint on exhaust?
It was fine. I mean, at the time, it was fine. It's built like an old masterpiece.
Well, it doesn't have a glossy paint.
No, it's not glossy
I
paint.
think that's the problem. The glossy paint is what chips.
Oh, absolutely.
MP50 Sideswipe 2.0.
Oh God.
So that way you didn't have to buy all those Lamborghinis again.
Oh God. I don't think that they do it. I think if they've done a plus version, I think they're gonna hopefully lay off for a little bit.
Oh no. Oh my God, the hate would be horrible.
No, it might be Soundwave to combat acoustic wave again.
Soundwave 2.0, I think a lot of people would probably be okay with, especially if like the back of the tape player actually was filled in. That's my only gripe with Masterpiece Soundwave.
I'm trying to not. You're coming up with good figures. I'm coming up with how many ways can they piss off the fandom.
Yeah, it would be better though if it was Blaster. If they did Blaster and then they just did a plus version of Soundwave, because I mean, really, you don't need a plus version of Soundwave.
Right.
I mean, I'm sorry, you don't need a new version of Soundwave. A plus version of Soundwave would be fine, and then,
the Seekers would be great though, just because that means now people would be buying a third set.
Oh Jesus Christ! Mm-mm.
That was
I just
hilarious.
wish that they would do more characters that haven't been done, and they can still get the repaints out of. But I just wish that they would do more uncharted waters. Understand that you have to do your Optimus Prime, Megatron, Bumblebee, to keep the new fans engaged, because there are some people that just want Optimus Prime, Megatron, Bumblebee, Starscream.
And Cliff Jumper too, out of the Bumblebee mold.
And Cliff Jumper would be a good one to do, But
I'm looking at my collection. I'm trying to think, what would be the one figure that would just be like, you've got to be kidding me, especially for number 50.
Jazz,
No, Jazz would be good.
or watch them do Ginrai.
No, the only thing that would be worse than Sideswipe, and especially because they just with the plus, a new Prowl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hudson 2.0.
I doubt that they do that, though. I'm still upset that Prowl didn't come with any effects pieces. He's just Prowl.
He had the cannons, right?
Yeah, but those aren't new. Those were like, and he never had those in the cartoon, so I don't understand why they were effects pieces.
Nightwing, we already have a Star Saber.
The toy had him. That's why.
Star Saber 2.0.
Just because we already have a Star Saber doesn't mean that we wouldn't get another one. Or they could do.
I don't think that'd be a repeat character quite that.
Star
soon.
Saber didn't make it. I mean, that's why they never made the Leo.
Yeah. But anyway,
random. No, pissed me off about this. It
What's
has
that?
a separate neck joint, but they made it square so you can't rotate it.
wasn't there another figure like that you
Yeah,
had?
the Iggy.
Bowser? Oh, Iggy.
I was like, why would and Bowser. I was like, why would they make the neck joint square? I was about to rip his head off, not realize.
All right. So before we get to hashtag derailed. Let's go back to our previous news item. Talk about the Transformers movies coming out. Again, we don't have a time frame on when these are coming out, but it's exciting to hear that 2 are in development. I just want to go over some initial thoughts from you guys, what you want to see from both Bumblebee 2, Electric Bumblebee, and the potential Beast Wars movies, or movie, I should say. Start off with T.
I want Optimus Prime to have an actual personality, and I want him to talk like a normal person instead of a narrator where he has to say everything like this. And more Transformers period on screen at all times. The Bumblebee movie, when I watched it again the second time, I realized Bumblebee was in that movie the whole time. For some reason I felt like he wasn't. I think maybe the problem is, for whatever reason in the movies, when they become vehicles, they can't talk anymore, even though they used to talk through their radios in the cartoon. And Beast Wars, I kind of want that to. I don't know what type of story they would have, but I kind of want that to be only the Maximals and Predacons, and definitely at least you got to have some original voice cast.
Yeah,
they need to lobby for that, like they did to get Peter Cullen in there.
And it would be super easy to get Gary Chalk and David Kay. I mean, they both lend their voice talents to fan projects all the time.
And they do it for free on their YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're doing much anything else right now.
What about, I don't know why I can't remember his name. The guy that did everybody's voice.
Scott McNeil.
Yeah. I know. I haven't even heard of him in a long time.
I think he still does anime, and I think he also does video game voice work. But, yeah.
I wonder, would it follow the show at all?
Or would they try and, like, make a connected universe?
I think. They probably have them on a different part of the planet.
That would be the stinger at the end of the movie, right? That would be the after credits thing, I think.
But they're on Earth the whole time.
Like Planet of the Apes sort of reveal.
Yeah, right. Some kind of interconnectivity. They'll tie it back. That'll be the thing at the end. They'll zoom in on some character discovering some crashed something. Like, I guess since the Ark doesn't exist in the movie verse, it's, I don't know, some fucking thing they'd come up with that ties it back together.
Yeah.
Well, they go into the frozen area and they see MB or MB1 or whatever.
Or even better, like the movies have been good about just throwing away the old stuff. Fucking find the Ark, and we'll all be sitting there watching, like, what? Like, how is this a thing that's happening? And we won't care because it's the Ark on screen, and we're like, whatever, man, just give me the next movie.
Yeah. Well, when did the Bumblebee movie take place?
Yeah.
In the 80s.
It wasn't.
And none of them were on Earth, hibernating.
Yeah. Honestly, I would rather they just do an official reboot instead of a sequel to Bumblebee.
Yeah, Bumblebee was like an I'm Sorry to the Michael Bay universe, and then just start fresh.
Yeah, start fresh. Yeah, because you could tell the Bumblebee movie was still very beholden to the design aesthetic of the Michael Bay movies.
To a degree.
It was a lot. There's the Shatter and Dropkick were straight out of Bay. So was Bumblebee. I just want them to just. Now I wouldn't be mad if they do a sequel, but I would prefer they just do a straight reboot.
As long as I never see a robot drooling again for no apparent reason.
And Prime, like T-Man said, Prime has to be Optimus Prime, and he needs to not be a freaking psychopathic, like...
Give me your face. Kill them all.
Follow me or die.
I kind of felt like they had some of that in the Bumblebee movie for the little seconds we seen him.
Yeah, when he was talking to Bumblebee.
But they did want to show also that he was badass, like in the movie, in the animated movie.
Yeah, because if you watch like any of the interviews, like as far as like how Peter Cullen came up with the voice, it was like him talking to his brother, and his brother was like, just be a hero, be soft spoken. And unfortunately, like that's all lost in the Bay movies.
Because he has to sound large or some shit.
Yeah, but I mean, I really wish like Peter Cullen would like voice that, because he's been vocal in more recent interviews, but as far as how he came up with the voice, and I wish that someone would take him seriously in saying hey, how did what is the essence of this character, right? And I wish they would like
A truck.
So Bumblebee
Help
took
my
like
family or die.
yeah. I'm going to kill Kelsey Grammer now. That was a thing that happened.
I know.
I'll
Do you
be
think
honest,
maybe
when
that
that
Peter-
happened, that made me feel so good. I was like, yes, god damn.
Hey, Fraser's
Stop
dead.
that fight. Like, poof.
Do you think maybe that was in the script beforehand? Or do you think that was a stipulation that Peter Cullen actually put in, saying, if Kelsey Grammer is going to be in this movie, I need my character to murder him? And Michael Bay was like, man, whatever. This is like the 5th, 6th, or 8th one. Fuck it, we'll just do it.
You do not understand. X-Men 3 really pissed me off.
Fraser sucked.
Do you guys think that they really have the balls though to do a Beast Wars, like we're talking a theatrical release? I don't think so. I could see them doing something like that for Netflix or something along those lines, but in the theaters,
No.
because you can't get, if you do Beast Wars, you can't get like your action star. You can't get The Rock to come in to carry the movie, or your John Cena to carry.
They
try
got
to
The
carry
Rock
the movie.
to do Transformers Prime.
Whatever, you can't get. Yeah, well, no, you can get the voices. Yeah, I'm saying you can't get that screen presence of. You can't get somebody like, they can't import someone from the Marvel universe to prop up their movie.
My hope would be that they're like, okay, we're gonna do our safe bet with another Bumblebee movie, right? But we're going to do like an off the wall thing. Because remember when Guardians of the Galaxy was coming out and everybody was like, why the fuck are they making a Guardians of the Galaxy movie? And for a lot of people, it's now their favorite Marvel movie, because they did something obscure. They wrote a good script. They had people that were passionate about the project. And now, it's like with Iron Man, like a lot of people forget that Iron Man was a C-list character. And now he's a household name. Now Guardians of the Galaxy are a household name, and I think also a lot of people forget too that there was a time when Beast Wars was really popular, and it's been like 20 years now.
I honestly, I cannot see a Beast Wars movie being a summer blockbuster. I cannot see as much.
I think it would work. I just don't think they would actually do it.
I think that they have to market it right.
Dude, you'd have to get freaking... I mean, I love Beast Wars. I loved it very much. I'm looking at 3 versions of Primal, in my collection.
Yeah.
Beast Wars Megatron's still one of my favorite characters by far, but there's just I just cannot see of it carrying a 90 to 120 minute movie.
What if it looked like a Pixar movie?
Yeah, but think about it too. Like if it was animated, I think like that. I don't know, but I mean, it would have to be animated. All the Transformers movies technically are animated, even though they say live action.
But I mean, Beast Wars was a slow burn, because first it was, okay, it's a Transformers show. It's scratching that Transformers itch. And then after you finally went through the entire first season, and then it's like it dropped that bomb with the Ark.
Well, with Unicron was the end of the first season. Like the Vok real, you get that glimpse of Unicron. Well, it's really the Vok showing themselves as Unicron, something that Optimus Primal would recognize and fear.
Right, but what I'm going at though is it's just Beast Wars was such a slow burn. I just cannot see a movie, carrying a movie.
But the G1 cartoon was like, if you watch the G1 cartoon, it's got like so many 80s tropes, and the G1
cartoon was very different. The G1 cartoon was written as 30-minute independent toy commercials that had almost no continuity whatsoever, unless it was specifically a 3-part episode.
And was meant to be flashy and colorful and draw kids in.
Yeah.
You know, where Beast Wars was none of that.
Yeah. But you're talking about a Beast Wars movie as if it would follow the same beats as the show, because that's like assuming that the Bay movies followed all the same beats as G1.
The second one pretty much did. But
the second one basically is like Carnage and G Minor
commercial for the toys in the store. That's pretty much what it boiled down to.
Which actually, that's as G1 as it gets. But I mean, I cannot see.
I think there is enough nuance in Beast Wars, and I think there would be an audience for that. Now, does anybody have the balls to bring it to the screen like you asked? Probably not. But I think there would definitely be. There would be a crowd for that to go see that kind of thing. But they'd have to market it right. Like if people are hearing Transformers and they want to go see, because you got to remember too, we are the exception now. We're living in a world now where their kids' Transformers are the Bay movies. That's their Transformers. But
you also have a lot of 20-somethings and 30-somethings who, for them, like Beast Wars was their G1.
But you gotta. Is there enough that's going to be interested in going to the movies to see Beast Wars? I think the answer is yes. I'm just saying.
Because back in 2007, maybe they were asking that question about, are there enough people? Are there enough adults? And, can you captivate enough people? Because, basically what Transformers was in 1984 was vastly different in 2007. So to say, like, can we get people to go see a summer blockbuster movie based on this franchise? I think Beast Wars, if you look at like at the fan base, I think that I think people underestimate the fan base.
Look at the shirt. Look at the shirt I'm wearing. I'm wearing a TZ Autobot shirt. My wife got me a Decepticon decal to put in my car. Okay, you can go to Target and buy a Transformer shirt. When was the last time you saw anything with a Max Muller Predacon?
Well, let me ask you this.
In the mainstream.
Before the 2007 movie, you could say that about the G1. You could say that about Autobots and Decepticons.
I could. Actually, I was buying all my shirts from Hot Topic. I could still buy a Decepticon shirt at Hot Topic. You never saw a Predacon symbol.
But you saw those because at the time, and believe me, I mean, at the time, it was all 80s tees there. That was like a big trend back in the early 2000s. So you had Autobot, Decepticon, Thundercats logo, G.I. Joe, Mask, He-Man.
There is almost no nostalgia factor for stuff from the late 90s.
Not yet. But I think the people that are toying around with this movie, I think that they have their finger on the pulse of it, because there's a lot of stuff from the late 90s that people forget about. But that was like the last generation of young people that like were fanatic about toys.
I won't fight you on that one, but I'm just saying I don't think it's got legs.
I do. I really do.
They might turn into things with legs, but the movie does not have legs.
It depends on how they make it and how they do that first trailer. I think they should make it like something that's not super serious, because the cartoon wasn't always completely serious.
Yeah, you need levity in it. I agree, and that's I think again, if you take that from like the Marvel movies, right? The Marvel movies, they have seriousness and then they have levity, and I think that's like a key component that's been missing from the Transformers movies.
Marvel movies though had media to back it up. While Guardians of the Galaxy sure might have seemed to have come out of nowhere, the Guardians of the Galaxy comic was still going on there. So, I mean, they had that going on.
No, the Bumblebee movie had a bunch of goofy parts too, to be honest. And stuff for the trailer that they could show that, we can relate to Bumblebee because he's hiding his head in the sand and all that junk.
So we're hearing a lot of guys keep bringing up Guardians of the Galaxy. Are we saying we want Bradley Cooper to voice Rat Trap? Is that what we're getting at here? Is that like the obvious connection?
That would actually be awesome, to be honest with you.
I think that would work.
6.5 figure action points to you, Joe, for that suggestion.
Like Humble Beast, like Humble Beast 86. I'm guessing you're born 86. I was born 85, and yeah, I mean, for me, like, I was real little when G1 was out, and I grew up watching the reruns. And, like I've mentioned a few times here and back when I was on the ROC, that when I was a kid, it was awesome because, G1 was phasing out. So all the toys that were on the shelf, I got cheap and hand-me-down. But, when Beast Wars came out, it was awesome because I was getting the toys new as they were coming out. And I was on a lot of the message boards back in the late 90s, like 98, 99. There were message boards for Beast Wars. And then the AllSpark message board formed in 99. I was there when it did. And back then, it was just people were really excited about Beast Wars. They were really excited about Beast Machines. And it's crazy that so much of the community now, is vocal. I don't like Beast Wars. I hate Beast Machines.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I
No,
remember
Beast
it.
Machines was ahead of its time. Beast Machines was.
When I first got in the forums, everybody loved Beast Wars.
Yeah.
Now they hate it.
I just don't think it's, as I said, I've said it, I'm repeating myself now, but.
All right, I'm looking up Maximal t-shirts, and I'm getting a whole bunch of weird crap.
See?
I finally found some with the logo on it, but there's Maximal must mean something else.
I don't know.
It's a bad furry superhero. It's Maximal.
I just think that I think that Beast Wars, I think that if they do it, they could, and they do it right. I think that they're going to have something really special on their hands. I mean, I guess that could be said about any sort of property, but I do think that the fan base exists, and I think that there are a lot of people that are really passionate about it. And if you make a good movie, you will get butts and seats.
Cool. More power to them. They can do it. Awesome. I will not. I won't be like, I hope it crashes and burns, but
I do think that, like, the marketing is going to be a big part because you can't really say it's Transformers, Beast Wars, because people are like, that sounds corny as shit. But you have to do it in a way that it strikes.
Begun the Beast Wars have.
It's just to me, it's a hard sell to, as far as like if I'm gonna put myself in Mr. Movie executive position, I'm gonna say, well, how can I put a hot chick in this movie to sell it when it's all CGI animals in the past? You know what I mean?
I think you sell it on that angle of, like, it's prehistoric. You got dinosaurs. You kind of sell it as like a kaiju movie, and you get like that establishing shot of like Primal versus T-Rex Megatron, and he's punching it, and you got like the flashing going on, and then all of a sudden you see them transform into robots. I mean, honestly, if you saw that movie trailer, you'd probably lose your shit. What is this? That looks fucking dope. I want to see that.
They'd have some way to figure in, like, to have The Rock in as a caveman or something. Like, that's just. I mean, you laugh. I'm not actually joking. I mean, you could say that wouldn't work because of the timeline, but they got T-Rexes and apes at the same time. Why the hell not?
Well, I mean, the thing is, in Beast Wars, it was they scanned the fossils, so
right.
It was
right. But that's still, I wouldn't put it past to be like, all of a sudden the fucking Rock comes out of a cave and gives the eyebrow,
Yeah, Rock could be Primal. He could be the voice of Optimus Primal.
Yeah, like you have him like riding on Primal's back, and then he gives like the Megatron the people's elbow.
No, I like that. Girl was saying what they were showing the dinosaurs, and the camera pans up to a sort of purpley dinosaur, and then when you get right up on it and it seems serious, you hear Megatron's voice and he says something goofy.
Yeah.
And then Primal comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, I think they should make him like more of a gray, like kind of like a grayish lavender, to be honest.
Like the original toy.
Yeah. So he doesn't look like straight up Barney.
What do you want this time, Primal?
But
yes. Or it could just end with him saying, yes. Peace.
Now, what if they do this? What if they do a reboot of the actual the instead of doing the Bumblebee 2, do a reboot, and instead of it starting off as all the other movies are mainly on Earth, it's be a Cybertron movie, and at the end of the movie, that's when the Ark crashes, and then that leads into Beast Wars.
Yep.
And then you can do a mainline and make it like you can make it a trilogy in that way. Do the Cybertron movie, Beast Wars movie, and then your Transformers on Earth G1-esque movie.
You know what would be awful is if like we get the trailer for it and it's like it starts off and it's like really cool and you get this establishing shot of like Transformers on a spaceship and they're like protoform modes and they're like clicking buttons and sitting at monitors, and then it's like some disguises are more than meets the eye and you see like the spaceship crash on Earth and next thing you know like they're scanning for disguises, and then it's like it's basically like The Secret Life of Pets with Transformers.
Oh
And they call it Beast Wars.
That's basically Beast Wars Neo.
Yeah. Like you see like a dachshund walk out and it's like, I'll see you when I get home from work, Spotty. My name is Optimus Primal.
Could be
I think that's it. That's what's gonna happen.
I have killed the
Baby production. He's back, baby.
There you go. T found it. I think courtesy of Sportimus's suggestion to look up Beast Wars t-shirts. All right. I think at this point we should do some where you ats, and we'll call this show a wrap at that. Starting off with our buddy True Star Screamer. Dave, where can people find your amazing photography at?
You can find me at True Star Screamer on Instagram. That's with an @ symbol over there. Them some loud palms there, man.
Oh, and Robot Chicken also did a Beast Wars sketch. So if Robot Chicken did a Beast Wars sketch, it can't be that forgotten in the people's eye. Come on. And it was one of the
Beast Wars ever mentioned by The Simpsons?
I don't know.
That it didn't happen.
Maybe Mo was like, "Yeah, you ever watched that Beast Wars show?"
Yeah.
Citation needed.
Yeah.
Continue, Dave.
Ioma.
We derailed
Robot Chicken also
Dave.
did Herculoids figures too, and no one remembers those damn things.
I remember the Herculoids. It took place in 1997.
With that little like goopy guy.
If I mention the Herculoids, most people they then say, "Sure, Preparation H is down the aisle."
Hey, you got a little inflatable donut you can sit on.
Grail, don't leave yet. It's going to take us at least 15 minutes to sign off here, so you might miss something good. Don't go anywhere.
We've already got a hemorrhoid joke.
You might like miss like Dave pulling out his like inflatable donut, and then we see like 5 people drop from the chat.
We will be derailed after each person tells us where you can find us.
Yeah.
Did Dave ever finish?
No, not yet.
I think he was saying something about an @ symbol.
You know,
is that like a what is it? How do you?
Instagram. Yeah, it's called an ampersand, to be honest. But
an ampersand. That's right.
Yeah. But at True Star Screamer on Instagram, you can catch me on PlayStation Network with the True Star Screamer. On the Facebook groups as myself, David Lutwack. Occasionally on I Hate You All. And occasionally on Verbally Challenged with Hurricane DX, talking some wrestling and hopefully some comics. So I'm branching out, boys. I'm branching out.
Nice.
That's right.
All right. You know him, you love him, and you've probably clicked on some of his videos, but just in case you don't know where to do so, and you don't know how to use Google, I was like taking that thunder away from you. T-Man978, where can these fine folks find you at?
You can find me on my personal YouTube channel, T-Man978.
As opposed to your professional YouTube channel?
Yeah. My personal professional YouTube channel. Trying to get people to watch my Johnny Cage video. Get me to 1,000. I'm disappointed.
I haven't watched it yet, so I'll add my view.
It's your fault.
I watched it. I did watch it.
I watched it twice.
Me too.
That's why I know the Mysterio effect was used for the his green fireball, because I actually
I guess-
watched it.
Guess I have to watch it too.
Twice.
You can watch it on double speed. I don't mind.
And so I could
It'll be
complain about
over.
the scale.
Do you still
But,
get the same credit if we watch it on double speed?
I hope I might get double credit. I don't know. Let's
If you
yes,
watch,
he is. And Dave, do the thing. Read the question and do the thing. That was very under. Whoa, God, I can't even.
you know what happens if you watch T-Man's videos at half speed?
What happens?
Hello,
Oh, that-
everybody. It's me, T-Man 978, here with another video review.
You know what? I was watching somebody commented on my alternators Rumble review, and I started watching that. I was like, "Holy crap!" I had to be drunk and high and didn't know about it. There's so many pauses. I was like,
And you
there was
weren't
one
sharing?
point where I was trying to cut things to be fast, and it was like a 5-second delay between the cuts, where I didn't say anything. There was no noise. So I sat around today re-editing that, and it's going to be uploaded next Thursday or this weekend.
Is that going to be a T-Man moment of going back in time?
I just called it re-edit, and now it went from 12 minutes to 8 minutes.
No.
There are 12, no, 16 brave people waiting for us to sign off that are still hanging around. God
You
bless
all.
you all.
None of us. We don't take any one of you for granted. Just so
Joe,
you
where
know.
can we find you?
Here. And you can also now find me and Dave on Fridays for our new series of figure action Star Trek Picard review recap discussion.
Is that the title?
That is, it's like a bunch of word salad. Yeah,
We're
it's
still
a
working on it. We're still,
yeah.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah. So
I'm
yes,
home,
that's where
I'll
you can find me.
volunteer to
And
be on
by the way, too, I wanted to say earlier, and I totally forgot. I want to make a new T-shirt. So if anyone has a idea for a new T-shirt design, let us know in the chat, or send us a message on Facebook, or maybe one of the guys here can give me an idea. But I do want to make one.
Dave was right.
Beast Wars. I can't use
Dave.
those trademarks. Actually, you
Dave was
can. I
right.
don't think anyone really cares. Hashtag Dave was right. How about a re-rail Dave T-shirt?
Hasbro cared about those symbols because they put it on.
I was
the
told
new
not to leave is a good one.
That's right. Maybe we can make a series of our comments. We can go back and just like paste
Really?
these out.
Really?
Or Joe, hear me out.
Yeah, I'm
You can
listening.
You can make hashtag
Keep your
Dave was
pants
right.
on. Keep your pants on.
I'll keep it on. You can make hashtag Dave was right, but you can put this on there.
There you go. Yeah.
I will not authorize that.
That does need to be a T-shirt, and then you know what? That would be the best-selling T-shirt.
I'd buy 3.
Now, the
That
question
would make it
is,
the best-selling T-shirt.
the question is, do you make it with just one of his head, or do you make it where it's a all-over print of just like maybe
like a
hundreds
Nicolas
of?
I will tell you this: if that shirt gets made and and you guys sell it up in the Maryland area, especially Montgomery County, I will laugh my ass off just because that's where I grew up and my mom and sister still live there.
We
You gotta
will
make it tiled, Joe. It's gotta be tiled.
tiled.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
just Google Letwack and I'll send one out to that residence.
That would just be my mom. My sister got married.
I will send like one. I'll put a note in there. I'll be like, "Hey, give to Dave's sister."
Let's rephrase that.
I don't know if I would have the courage though to make or to wear that T-shirt out in public.
I would.
Parchformer, where you at?
I'm right here, God damn it, and I've been here, and I've
He's
been
tired.
enjoying this evening with all of. Hey, I've actually been more animated tonight than I have been in a while because I don't know. I felt a surge of energy, and now I'm tired. You can find. You
Now
all
he's
are-
gonna roll over, go to sleep, drink some Gatorade, then go to sleep.
I like Gatorade, but I haven't had it in years. You can find me on Instagram, the YouTubes, the PayPals, the
PayPal.
at Parts Former. Just do a search and you'll find me. And here with these fine gentlemen, I always call them fine gentlemen, and that's because it's true.
No.
Jordan, you sir.
Well, you can find me on Instagram at the original. I'm sorry, actually, you can find me on Twitter at the original Zero. You can find me on Instagram as Extra Zero, PlayStation Network and Xbox Live as Extra Zero. There's a space between Extra and Zero. Over on the Xbox Live, I almost said like Xbox Live Marketplace. And hopefully, given my new job situation, I'll have more time to play games because I missed doing it. And, of course, you can find me on the Facebook as James Jordan. I said the Facebook like a retiree in Boca Raton. And like Parts Former said, you can find me here every Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Pacific Time with these fine gentlemen. And I do mean fine gentlemen. As always, it's been great being here. It's been great having you. And we will see all you fine people next week. Same figure action time. Same figure action place, and probably getting derailed in all the same ways. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us, you chat crowd. And
We love you all.
We love
You're
you
the
all.
real heroes.
You
not
are the
us.
real hero.
You're the real heroes.
Yes, we do this for
Bye.
you. Bye.
Good night, everybody. See you.